Shalom, shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Harakapadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, rule and teach well, and honors and salutations to the men of the Lord doing the same, teaching the same. All right. I'm going to watch this clip. All right. From one of these guys, the Gorilla Hebrew. All right. And just get some precepts. All right. But the title of this lesson is going to be mark those who cause division, and teach things that's contrary to the truth. Okay. So, this is another bug out right here. All right.
Right? I'm not a part of the Hebrew Israelite community. I just got done talking about it. I can't be associated with the Hebrew Israelites anymore. The real deal. How do you become an Israelite? You don't become an Israelite. I'm not coming in representing the Hebrew Israelite community anymore. Nah, I ain't doing that. So somebody asked me like, oh, so what do you identify as now? If you're saying you're not a so-called Hebrew Israelite, why lead a movement? Well, because it's a movement, and movements stop. They're actually cosplaying as the ancient Israelites, and they are exactly like Christians because they're still picking and choosing the parts of the Bible in which they want to follow. The Israelites have been bamboozled, have allowed themselves to be bamboozled and continually bamboozle themselves. I just want people to understand the Hebrew Israelites conceitually are shooting themselves in the foot. Nobody's taking it seriously, right? I'm not a part of the...
Okay. So that's just another nigga who fell out the truth. Okay. The Lord got that nigga up out of here, got him out the truth, and eventually the Lord is going to judge him with the wicked. Okay. So we're not surprised. We're not shooken up or getting cold feet or nothing. Okay. This is not supposed to shake up your faith. All right. Those guys, they led astray, hundreds of people, thousands of people. All right. But if some of those people are of the elect, they're gonna they're gonna come out of that trance. All right. They're gonna stop following these false prophets, and they're gonna subscribe to the true men of the Lord, the true prophets, beginning with the elder apostles of Great Millstone and down to the least of us. All right. All right. So, if you get weak just because you see, certain men fall out the truth, and then, that cause you to fall out the truth, hey, that just means you're not of the elect. Okay. And at the end of the day, guys like that are fulfilling prophecy. All right. The scriptures tell you, in the last days they're going to come scoffers. Okay, let's get that. Matter of fact, before I just like it. Okay, scriptures tell you it's going to come scoffers. All right. So this 2 Peter 3, and I'm gonna start at 3. All right. 2 Peter 3 and 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts. And that's exactly what that dude is. All right. He's a scoffer. He has become a scoffer. And he's walking after his own lust. All right. He's double-minded. He's double-minded, because one minute he's still saying he believe, all right, but at the same time he's about to just basically go back in the world. All right. You can't disassociate yourself from being a Hebrew Israelite. All right. This thing is not about a community or nothing. All right. This is our nationality, our heritage that we're coming back to. Only the elect is going to come back to their true heritage. All right. And renew their mind, be kingdom minded and ready for the Lord to come save them. All right. So it says, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. All right. Hey, so he lost his faith. He ran out of oil. Okay. All right. Maybe find that precept, count the cost. And the Lord expose them. All right, all you false prophets, okay, that's teaching and things like that. Eventually, the Lord is just going to get you out the way, okay. Count the cost. All right, so I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna just get straight to the point. I was gonna start all the way up. Yeah, I'm gonna just read these. There's Luke 14 and 28. Luke 14 and 28. For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it? Okay. So and we when newcomers, come into the faith, come into the truth, all right, we instantly tell them, like, count the cost. All right. And we read them Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus, the second chapter, the first 7 verses. Okay. Like, hey, prepare thy soul for temptation. Okay. So you're going to be tried. All right. You're going to go through trials and tribulation. All right. You got to bear your cross. Okay. And I might start up. Now I'm going to get straight to the point. And let me get this precept that I quoted. All right. Yeah. So is you ready? Like, you got to be built for this. You got to be, well, I'm going to say, yeah, you got to be built for this, okay, to endure, all right? This truth is not a race to the swift, all right? It's a race, like a marathon, okay? So this Ecclesiasticus 2 and 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. You see? Why? Because it's not going to be easy being in this captivity, in this, this flesh, all right? This sinful flesh that we're in, these bodies, okay? Plus you're going to be hated by the world, okay? Your own foes, your own enemy is going to be they of your own household. All right, people that don't believe in the same thing as you, okay, they're going to start to hate you, okay? So when you follow the Lord, you're going to be hated by the world, all right? And that's how we got the truth and not Christianity. Christianity is loved by the world. They're not hated by the world, okay? The true men of the Lord, all right, they're hated by the world, okay? They're the true messengers of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. Okay? So we're being persecuted for righteousness' sake. All right? But let's go back. All right, so it says Luke 14 and 29. Least happily after he have laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him. Okay, so that's exactly what happened. All right, to that gorilla Hebrew cat. Okay. All right, he didn't have what he wasn't sufficient to finish it. Okay. All right, so he started this race and he couldn't finish. All right. Let me get this other precept. Oh, it's a lucky. I already marked it. All right. So this is Matthew chapter 12, and I'm going to start at 43, and I'm going to end it at 50. Let me check the time because I might. Okay. I'm going to try to keep it pretty much at 20 minutes. All right. So this is Matthew 12 and 43. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places seeking rest and findeth none. Then he saith, I will return unto my house from whence I came out. And when he is gone, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished. Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself. And they enter in and dwell therein, and the last state of that man is worse than the first. Even so shall it be also unto this wicked generation. Okay? So you see that going on a lot. You see people coming into the truth, and falling out. And when they leave the truth, they're, 100 times worse than before they even came into the truth. Why is that? Because, more demons plague that person. Okay? More demons hop on that person and just bug them the hell out. Like that bug out Darasha. Okay? So all you scoffers, all you people that's fighting against the truth, that's, speaking against, mocking, all right, and, disrespecting Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, and his men, the prophets, the Lord is going to judge you, all right? At first, the Lord is going to, bug you out, all right, make you lose your status, all right, bring you off your high horse, all right? And those that follow you, they're going to be shipwrecked, okay? So it says, verse 46, while he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren still without, desiring to speak with him. Then one said unto him, behold, thy father, Salaki, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. But he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother and who are my brethren? And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples and said, behold, my mother and my brethren. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father Yahweh, which is in heaven, the same as my brother and sister and mother. Okay? All right, so our, our brothers, our Akim and Akwafs, okay, are those of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, that's in the truth, okay? So Al-Azhar is an enemy. All right, all you that leave the truth, like Elder Apostle Tahir say, fuck you. All right? We don't feel sorry for y'all for leaving the truth. That's your decision. Your decision was to leave the truth. Okay? So you can come up with any wicked excuse to justify you leaving the truth. All right? Leaving Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. Okay? All right? And that goes, that goes for anybody. Okay? Once you leave this truth, we don't have to show you love and mercy and things like that. Once you turn your back on Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah and the plow, hey, your ass is grass. All right? You became an enemy of the Lord. All right? And by default, when you're an enemy of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, you're an enemy of his servants. Okay? His servants ain't going to have nothing to do with you. All right? So this Romans 16, Salaki. Romans 16 and 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. For they that are such serve not our Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, but their own belly, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the heart of the simple. Okay? So we're to mark guys like this, all right? Like Darasha, all right? And that cat in the video, okay? And it says what? Mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them, okay? So we avoid them, all right? And keep it moving. Okay, we keep it moving. I'm gonna get this last precept and close out. Trying to keep it, pretty much under 20 minutes. So this 2 Ezra 9 and 13. 2 Ezra 9 and 13. And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is and for whom the world is created. Okay? All right, so don't be curious how the ungodly shall perish. Like, we know these cats are done for. All right? They done for. All right? So we focused on feeding the flock, all right, continuing to push this truth, do the work of the Lord, all right, feed his sheep, feed his lambs, because we love Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, all right, and love is obedience, okay? So serving Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah is going to what? Get you on that chariot, get you to the kingdom of heaven, all right, get you saved, all right, we're not saved yet, all right? So we waiting on Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, to speed up these prophecies, all right, and come back swiftly and save us and destroy Babylon the Great America and our enemies, all right. So Lord willing, that was edifying. Want to end it and give all praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Harakwadash. Double honors to my elder apostles, great millstone, rule and teach well, and honors and salutations to the men of the Lord doing the same, teaching the same.